Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. I welcome Dr. Upendra Kulkarni, sir. He will deliver a talk in first session till 4 o'clock, and after 4 o'clock, there will be a valedictory session. Again, the keynote speaker for the valedictory session will be our respected resource person, Dr. Upendra Kulkarni, sir. Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir is a retired professor from civil engineering with an expertise in water management. He has retired in 2016 from Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nanded. He has made significant contribution to teaching and research in postgraduate water management course for 25 years. His other area of work include he is member of governing committee of Deen Dayal Research Institute, Delhi, then advisory board member of Indian Water Partnership since 2011, then council member and chairman of Indian Water Work Association, Aurangabad Center, then significant contribution to organization like Sarovar, Samvadhini and Bhartiya Jal Sanskriti Mandal, which focus on water conservation and heritage. So it is really an honor and pleasure for all of us to have him here as a resource person and guest. So again, I welcome him and I would now hand over the session to our respected Dr. Upendra Kulkarni, sir.
तो अपना स्टार्ट करिए अपना
Yes, sir.
प्रेजेंट। हाँ
Yes, sir.
ठीक है। Good afternoon, all the delegates who are participating, I think from different states. I was looking at the list of participants and I found that there are few people from Gujarat also. Is it okay? Voice is okay?
Yes, sir. Very much perfect. Yes.
So in today's session, I will be talking about the importance of skill education in national education policy. And now we are moving in the area where we have to now really implement everything along with skill education. Like we have, I can say, characterize our new policy as having multi-exit, multi-entry. This is a very innovative and new approach, which is student-centric. So how do we really go about it is the thing that we have to now experience. We have to work it out. We have to implement. Next slide. So when we talk about the school education, skill education, we have to talk about what is our tradition, and that's why I would suggest you to use IKS courses. In our presentation also I have included this part, what is IKS and how we are really going about it. So this IKS part that is now included in our NEP, the thing that is, can say, described in the present slide, where I say that I know one person who died very recently, Ravindra Sharma ji at Adilabad. It was a classroom and Gurukul type of thing wherein he used to educate or train anybody in any art, in any traditional karigari system or art. He was, means anybody who come over there, he can use mud, that is soil, then wood, then metal. So any material that you think you want to really use it for karigari, that was, can say, training was provided at Kalashram. And Sharmaji believed that this is our traditional system, and in earlier days, these karigars were honored like anything. After Britishers came and changed the education and other things, we found that this respect has lost. These karigars are not respected in the today's maybe education system or today's economic system also. So this we have to understand. So when we can say appreciate skills, we appreciate the karigar also and their contribution in the economy. So that's why this Pantapradan Vishwakarma Yojana also highlights this particular aspect, that karigar is very important part of our economic framework. They can contribute to a greater extent. Like earlier, if you go to YouTube and find out videos about this, you'll find that many have given this idea about what was our contribution. These videos are available on YouTube, and these videos tell you that our contribution in the global economy was much more. Means in 1,000 years back, it was 30% in global economy. So this contribution in the global economy came from karigari. In our can say products like silk and other things. These products were appreciated in European countries. So this my story uh, that I'm telling you is only about can say appreciating the importance of skill, importance of karigari, and we had great tradition more than 1,000 years back. And when we talk about Nalanda and other things, these skills were part of it. Means every Gurukul used to have this sort of training, and that's why we have to understand importance of this. And with this whole purpose, Pantapradan Vishwakarma Yojana has been started. We, with Din Dayal Research Institute running Jana Shikshan Sansthan at Bid, we are offering training to the traditional artisans. We have so far trained 1,000 uh, tradition, traditional artisans at Bid, only from Bid district. And we found that with our training, then they get some, can say, financial help, some tools. Then they can go to bank and get some loan so that they improve their, can say, infrastructure with additional skills that we impart during weeks training at Bid. They can have improved setup, and that's why this PM Vishwakarma Yojana is very important. Next slide. So point is basically to really give you idea about the skill part in the education. So here means if you in the latter part, I will tell you about what is the employability, in which sector people are employed, our graduates are employed, what is their status. So looking into that part means the numbers that will appear later on. Looking into that part, you will find that NEP has addressed these employability issues, and that's why the 5 pillars that we have included in NEP: affordability, accessibility, quality, equity, and accountability. Means it should be affordable to all. So that part is very important. It should be accessible. So we have talked about MOOC platform, digital platform through which we uh, can say learn various courses and so on. So this accessibility is offered to any student in rural areas also. So using his mobile, he can complete the courses. And for quality of courses, we have now many institutions who develop very quality videos, can say teaching a particular course at national level. Means you get a very good uh, educator through that video, and any person in the rural setup also can get that benefit of learning through experts. So that's why affordability, accessibility, quality of education, equity, means all people are given equal chance to complete the courses, and accountability. So this particular part is, can say, and this is the thing point that I'm telling you, is this is what is connected with skill, like the equity part that I was telling you, that even a person from rural setup, he'll be able to join higher learning institutes. So that's why our aim is to have 50% GR by 2035, and for that we have to really help this particular system. So next part is digital learning. So how do you really account for this 50% GR? It is through digital learning and offering, can say, quality education through these digital platforms. So ODL is there, Swayam, Diksha, MOOC, many platforms are now available, and the educational institutes are now supposed to make these things available in their campus also. So basically, like I was telling you, exit and entry. So it is basically student centric, flexible curriculum that we are offering with exit options. So when, even if he or she leaves the course or college, at the end of it, he or she can complete some skill courses so that he is employable, or he can start his business. So that is what is student centric, and it is offered through flexible curriculum. Next slide. So to account for this particular thing, national credit framework has been, can say, prepared, and we have academic bank of credits. And by this time, earlier we used to talk about how do you really go about it, and we used to give examples of some institutes, autonomous institute, who have done this academic bank of credit. Like I was in Nanded, wherein we used to send our students to Pune or Mumbai, and then whatever course he has done at VGTI Mumbai or COEP Pune, so that course was then included in our final mark sheet that we prepare at Nanded University. So this is how academic bank of credit has been practiced since at least 10 to 15 years. Many universities have prepared this sort of thing, and many autonomous colleges are already practicing this. So this ABC and National Credit Framework, these are the things that is the thing we are prepared with, and we have to now understand that this is to be implemented by every college. Next slide. Next slide. This multiple entry and exit I have already talked about. So here you can means we have, can say, multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary education. This is with the idea that we want to improve our employability. So this I will explain through some examples in the latter part. So this is a very characteristic feature of NEP, that we have multidisciplinary education and we have interdisciplinary education. Next part, this, what is this multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary, that I will, can say, explain through major courses or core courses, then minor courses, open electives, then ability enhancement courses, and so on. Next slide. So this curricular framework, which includes major, minor, open, AEC, VSC, value education, internship, research, co-curricular courses. This is explained in next slide. Next slide. So here you can find these minor courses, I'm talking about skill courses. So you can find here that vocational courses or skill-based education courses, this amounts to 14 to 16 credit courses. Plus we have seminar, research project, we have some field projects, community engagement projects. So these are the new components wherein our students are then sent to field in some business environment or in some industry to get experience on the field, or real life experiences obtained by the student during education. So these seminars are for, can say, appreciating the project problems at the ground level, and then you can offer some solutions to that, or you can start your own enterprise or some startup. So these vocational courses compounding to 14 to 16 credits, this is very important part of it. So as far as core or mandatory courses, which may be 50% or a little more, that will give you the degree of science, arts, commerce, and so on. But to supplement that, to improve your employability, you can have vocational courses, 14 to 16 credits. Other curricular courses also, like ability enhancement courses, like means you are pursuing a particular course, maybe engineering, and you want to improve your English or communication skills. So you can have these ability enhancement courses or communication skills, or even like you are pursuing engineering and you want to go to Germany, Japan, China, and so on. So you want to get that language course also, or you can master that course. So in that case, these other curricular courses components are also now included in our curriculum. Apart from that, other component courses like ability enhancement courses, we have value education, then professional ethics, then life skills, and so on. And so also Indian knowledge system. So this is also included in our NEP. It will have 2 credits, and you can learn what is that knowledge system, Indian knowledge system, to which I referred in the first slide. So what was our tradition, how this karigari, artisanship, manufacturing process, and so on and so forth was the part of our core economic system. So this is very important. Next. So this I will skip because this is an arrangement, and now we are far ahead of this. Next slide. We'll come to vocational and skill component. Our target. This we must understand. What is our target? Our target is at least 50% students from the school and higher education institute. 50% of them should have exposure to vocational education. This is, can say, included as a target or included as an objective. The purpose is obviously employability. So how do you really go about achieving this target of 50% students getting exposed to vocational education? This you can find in next slide. So here you'll find that this is a scheme, or you can say initiative by Government of India, that wherein we have 5,000 skill hubs across country. 5,000. So these are the skill hubs which will offer the skill courses to our students. Um, Getting education in normal colleges, arts, commerce, or science, engineering, management, anything. So any graduate learning in normal colleges, he can have these skill courses which are offered through 5,000 units all over India. Apart from that, you can read in the slide. It's a joint initiative by Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Ministry of Education, aligned with National Education Policy 2020. So this particular 5,000 skill up program has been developed with the idea that we want to align with NEP 2020. So what is that alignment? Is the thing that I told you earlier in the earlier slide, that we want 50% students uh, getting education in normal colleges for skill courses. And for that, these 5,000 um, skill hubs are prepared, and our student must get the benefit of this, because this is a joint initiative. This we must remember that it's a joint initiative by Ministry of Skill and also Ministry of Education. So this further tells you that joint initiative further tells you that the one who has left education or drop out, this is different from what I was mentioning in multi-exit, multi-entry point. This is the thing we are offering, concern opportunity for the school dropouts or college dropouts who have left their education at 10th, 11th, 12th, or BA, BSc first year, and so on. So who are dropouts, and for some reason, maybe family reason or for some other reason, he or she has left the education, they have chance of re-entering the college education or degree education through this initiative. So through skill education also, or through these 5,000 skill hubs also, these dropouts can enter our Indira Gandhi National Open University courses. So this is a window. These skill hubs will provide you a window to enter into our Indira Gandhi National Open University courses. So these skill hubs and this integration between two ministries in alignment with NEP has offered chances or opportunities to those students who have left their education for some reason. They can complete their graduation, they can continue, or even and so senior persons can also really continue their education through these open university courses, because for them various digital platforms are uh, possible. So this initiative also tells you about placement facilitation, free counseling, reward for money, and so on, and so on, training, and so on and so forth. So this is also linked to national skill qualification framework compliant courses. What does it mean? So this is national skill qualification framework, tells you about what is the global demand for a particular, can say, artisanship or particular skill set. So based on that demand, this framework or this institution has prepared the syllabus for various courses, and these courses are then offered through these 5,000 skill apps. So it's a guarantee that Government of India is providing, that if you really go through these compliant courses or monitored, assessed courses, uh, you can get an opportunity of jobs in, can say, global market also, because this can say exercise by this council, skill council, this exercise by the skill council at the national level by Government of India has been done looking into the job opportunities at the international level. Next, this is the small exercise that I'm telling you, right? When you really go about it, when you really can say talk about, can say, importance of skill education and so on to colleges, like on 29th March 2022, means at least 3 years back. So when we were preparing for implementation of our NEP, or probably 2021 are the years wherein we were trying to appreciate what that NEP is, what is new thing, will it increase burden on teachers, and how will you really go about skill courses, and so on and so forth. So those years, initial years after this 2020 NEP was approved. So this can say various can say workshops or lectures or trainings were conducted. We tried with this skill education at Sambhajinagar. So it was on 29th March, as I said, 3 years back. And our objective was to explain the importance of skill education and its integration into the conventional college. So before setting this objective, before setting the meeting with JSS directors, then faculty from few colleges in city, few colleges from urban sector, like this Fulamri and Soigaon. These two colleges are from private rural background, and 2 colleges from city. So 4 colleges were, you can say, invited in this particular meeting with the objective to explain them the importance of skill education. So before that, what we have done is we went to general Jana Shikshan Sansthan Sambhajinagar, then Nagar, Latur, Nanded, and Beed. And we found that like Mahila College from Sambhajinagar, or can say SB College from Sambhajinagar, their students were completing courses in Jana Shikshan Sansthan Sambhajinagar. Similarly, few students from Savarkar College in Beed, they were doing their courses in Jana Shikshan Sansthan Beed. So it means that students already are aware of, I can say, these courses and its utility. So we talked to them and we said, we asked them, you are doing your course, skill course at JSS Sambhajinagar or Beat or Latur Nagar. Do you really talk to your students, your teachers, faculty in your institute? So there we observed that they did not really disclose that they are completing courses or taking up skill courses in, can say, baking and can say food processing or tailoring or dressmaking. So these are the various courses that we observed that the students from conventional colleges were taking up in JSS, but their colleges or their faculty or their colleagues or students, friends, they were not aware of this particular initiative by few students from these colleges. So that's why with this, I can say, survey or information that we gathered during our, I can say, surveys, we talked to, means we invited 4 5 JSS directors and 4 colleges. And then we said these GSS people can offer you very good courses like beautician course or tailoring course or computer course. So they have every facility at Jana Shikshan Sansthan. You don't have to really develop a computer setup. So you use the benefit of computer setup available at Beat, Sambhajinagar or Nagar, or for that matter, any Jana Shikshan Sansthan nearby your college. So if they have computer setup, you just send your students to Jana Shikshan Sansthan and get the, I can say, course completed with the arrangement or adjustment of, I can say, timetable. So then we talked about when I was talking about, can say, skill, then demand for various courses and so on. So there was plumbing course also apart from the tailoring, computer, beautician course. These are the things are in demand. At the same time, we have plumbing course which is in demand, and you need lot of plumbers available in cities or in rural setup also. So plumbing is also in demand. At the same time, some artisanship courses are also in demand, and these courses are available in Jana Shikshan Sanstha. So the focus of the meeting was to, can say, make them aware, with the faculty uh, was to be made aware that such facilities are available in Jana Shikshan Sanstha and you can take the benefit of that. So with this idea, in the next year, March 22 was the meeting date. In next year, 2022-23, next year, Savarkar College beat some girl students and boys. They joined plumbing course or dressmaking course in JSS beat. Similar arrangement was there in Sambhajinagar also. So this we thought that this is possible. This is possible. So point is basically we can make this arrangement and we can take the benefit of the infrastructure available with the Jana Shikshan Sansthan. Like I will tell you, Jana Shikshan Sansthan, Beed and Sambhajinagar, these are the things that I have seen personally, apart from Latur, Nagar and so on. They have very good facility of beautician course, and they will be offering beautician course or tailoring course with very small sum, less than 1,000, and 3 months course. And at the end of it, like I know the, means we have surveyed for beautician course. And I can say with guarantee that if you do a course of beautician um, in 3 months duration at Jana Shikshan Sansthan, you'll find that at the end of it, the the participant would start earning to the tune of 5,000 to 50,000. Means we have seen girl students in bead background. Means it's a very small place. So bead people we have seen with the background that the girl students earn to the extent of 5,000 per month, or we have seen some women candidates earning to the extent of 50,000 also. If you are aware, like bridal makeup may range from 5,000 to uh, can say 1 lakh also. So bridal makeup is so costly. If you go to Mumbai, you'll find that your nail painting uh, will lead to the billing of rupees 5,000. So 5,000 is the thing that means if you do a course in nail painting, you can earn with one assignment which will be completed in 3-4 hours, and you will earn 5,000 rupees for that particular thing. So this particular aspect that things are in demand, our normal courses students must understand importance of skill. And as I said, consequent upon this particular meeting, as I said, Savarkar College has done, and other colleges have also done this. And you'll find that the story of Savarkar College, I know because I'm connected with it, and I have gone there many times. When NAC committee visited, the principal told me that NAC committee was spending more time on this skill courses room. So they wanted to learn from the principal Savarkar College that how do you really go about it, what is the benefit of it, what was the objective, what is your experience, and what the girl students really learn through this particular exercise. So this is the thing that you can means those who are what you can say aware of NAC and other things, they also can understand that this is the thing with reference to NEP and many other factors uh, that are connected with economy. You'll find that these skill courses are very much appreciated by all other sectors, and students get better employment at the end of it. Next slide. Next slide. This is about inclusive education and empowerment for Divyang boys and girls. This story of Om Jadhav is he was our student at Nanded. He has completed MTech, and now means the person was disabled in a way or different labeled, but he has completed all the course formalities at Nanded. Further, he went to IIT Delhi, completed his higher studies, and he is at very high position in CDAC Pune. And this is he is presented at many platforms like Dev Summit 2023 Bangalore. He was presented as an achiever and motivator. You'll find that the importance of inclusive education that I have already told you in the second slide, that NEP I can say highlights this inclusivity. प्रेझेंटेशन तुम्ही करणार ना होस्ट केलं तरी हॅलो हॅलो ऐकू येतं का हॅलो हॅलो ऐकू येतंय
हा सर, लाईट गेलेली होती, परत मोबाईलवरून जॉईन होतात आम्ही. एक दोन मिनिट तुम्ही कंटिन्यू करा सर, ते
हा
शेअर करते
बरं
एकच
चल
मिनिट.
चल
लाईट
चल
गेली केलं सर त्यांनी शेअर.
ठीक ठीक चल So this is a story of inclusivity because it is included in our NEP as a main important aspect of it. Next slide is about quality education and skill. Next slide is about quality education and skill component.
Sir,
Uh, how
hello.
how I
Okay.
so my point is next slide. Yeah. Bharti Thakur. So this slide I'm showing you because many a times we have a, I can say, we talk about can say urban sector and rural sector. Many times we say that IITs have very good infrastructure. We say that a college in Sambhajinagar or Pune or Mumbai, they have got very good infrastructure, and the rural people, students do not turn up to the colleges, and the facilities are not very good. Means we don't have electricity and so on and so forth. So this is basically about infrastructure, and then this infrastructure is connected with the quality of education, and then students also, means like uh, we wish to move towards Pune, Mumbai. Why? Because we say that quality of education is better in Pune and Mumbai or Delhi or Lucknow or some other thing, or Ahmedabad and so on. So this quality of education is linked up to urban sector. So to contradict that, Bharti Thakur, who was a teacher earlier in Central Government Institute, uh, she went to area, means she was performing Narmada Parikrama, and she observed that the people from that tribal community around Narmada river, they do not have sufficient school education facility. Means the students were not, the young boys were not going to school. So she inquired about that, and then she found that school was not nearby. So Bharati Thakur accepted that particular, I can say, challenge, and then she started a school, that is Narmada Lai, in the tribal belt near somewhere between Omkareshwar and Maheshwar, in between that, in a very remote area. So point is basically um, Bharati Thakur was moved with the situation that the tribal communities and the young boys and girls who are supposed to go to school, they were not going to school because school was not available. So she made an attempt to start a school in their community on the bank of river in the area. So that is Lepa Punarvas, or Lepa is a very small place where the school was started. And point is basically the objective was giving Jivan Shiksha and moving towards sustainable livelihood. So starting from basic education component uh, to starting their own business or self-reliance to earn their livelihood from the education. So with this idea, she started the school, and she included skill component uh, in that education. So point is, my point is, it's a quality education in a rural setup for the tribal community. My point is, you can say go to YouTube and find out such videos that are available, 5 minutes or 26 minutes or 1 hour interviews with Bharati Thakur, that you can find out and learn for yourself how a good school or good college can be started in a rural background. So this is basically empowerment initiative, women empowerment also, and the young boys also. For rural youth, can say skill sets were provided, and employability was, can say, ensured. And some people have started, some youth have started their own business also. So vocational skills for rural youth leading to better employment and entrepreneurship or startup. Apart from that, just to give you idea about quality education, means what that quality means to me. when I talk about rural education. So Bharati Thakur thought of, I can say, giving a very quality education in terms of music. He invited, can say, big celebrities from Mumbai to Narmada region to train their tribal people in music. And then she developed Narmada Swaral Lahari program for the from the young boys and girls from tribal community. And this Narmada Swaral Lahari trained with celebrities from Mumbai. This program was provided, I can say, performed at RBI, Reserve Bank of India, Mumbai. Their staff attended the program, and they have uh, can say appreciated their music performance. So point is, so when you prepare this musical group, Bharati Thakur aimed at providing quality teachers even in the tribal sector. This is what is quality. I mean, when I say NEP and quality education, then equity of opportunity, accessibility and affordability. So this is how you try. This example of Bharati Thakur and the Narmada Lai is a example of the point that I was referring to: the skill, then livelihood, then quality education, then making it accessible to all. Even the dropouts can join the education, and so on. Next. So next slides will show you how these activities are performed in Narmada Lai. And every life skill means every artisanship. Next slide. Every artisanship is provided with, means you can see that in the on the left top, the student in school is performing the spring activity in agriculture, then building machinery, then can say scaffolding, or can say manufacturing, fabrication, and so on, or electrical or plumbing, or preparing bathroom with plumbing arrangement and welding. So all skill set: electrical, welding, then fabrication, spraying, machinery. So all types of skill sets are given to students in Dharmadalaya when they are school students. And this is a very good lab facility. Next slide. Next, very good lab facility, Fab Lab, funded by DST. And I must tell you why it is quality, because the Bhopal Engineering College students also come to this particular center for using the Fab Lab at Narmada. It's a very quality, can say, sort of thing at Narmada. So I would suggest you to really use this YouTube and find out for yourself what is that Narmada experiment is, and how really we can impart quality education to rural youths. So because this is a very common complaint that in rural sector students do not really appear in the colleges. So how do you really teach them, and so on? So this is a very usual complaint that we receive. So on this background, we must understand how Narmadala is doing as far as education is concerned, and then we find that uh, they are really moving towards better employment and better sustainable life skills. Next slide. Next slide. थोडं पुढे गेलं ते. So this gives you idea about can say what is the promotion of employability, and what are the various arrangements like national skill qualification framework, then various sector skills. I have referred to these things earlier also. So they have prepared demand, they have prepared the syllabus, and so on, and we have every facility of, can say, assessing, managing, then alignment with needs of industry. So every thing has been looked into uh, for as far as this skill education is concerned. Next, in NEP we get a list of courses. Next, In NEP, we get list of courses which are included in the document.
नेक्स्ट करू का?
Next करा. So next slide tells you about, shows you about various, I can say, skills available.
हीच आहे का?
नाही याच्या आधीची एक लिस्ट आहे त्याच्यामध्ये.
ठीक आहे सर.
हा बस हीच. So these are the various vocational courses and skill modules. These are used, means you can look at it. This list is provided in the NEP document, and these courses can be offered. As I said earlier, you can use ITI, you can use diploma courses, or you can use JSS Jan Shikshan Sansthan, which are offering these can say courses. This can be used for exit skill model also. Means when a student is leaving the college after 1 year or 2 years, you can offer these courses like electronic equipment maintenance, mobile maintenance, then retail management, logistic, banking, web design, bakery, soap, home institute, and industry care products, and robotics or data science, Python, and so on. So the jewelry making. So these are sort of courses which will offer the job to the students who leaving the college. Means if he's media or entertainment or web design or animation, he can definitely get a job in the market. Similarly, insurance or banking, financial services. So these are the courses which will offer them job. So even if he doesn't complete degree, but he gets a certificate course or he gets a diploma course after living 2 years. So these are exit skill models. So this list is given, and I have already can say correlated with the facilities available. 5,000 skill ups in India. Next. So our job is to understand and how do we really can say connect or offer these courses. So can we use digital platform? Can we use the existing facility for offering on-job training and so on? Next.
सर नेक्स्ट करू का?
Next.
सर हीच आहे.
Purji. So this internship and apprenticeship is a thing that we have now are aware of. So various state governments are offering this apprenticeship with means paid apprenticeship in various government sectors or private sectors. So government of Maharashtra has already done it, and various other states are also doing it. So apprenticeship, or when they are graduating or at the end of it, apprenticeship is offered, and they learn the job in the can say live experience of doing the job, like maybe banking, or maybe can say railways, or some industries, or some can say um, hospitality management services, hotels, and so on, or food industry. So they are offered some job, and they are in the live environment where they really see the machines working, interacting with the people, doing some business, and so on, or even the marketing jobs and so on. So this experience has been included in, I mean, this part has been included in NEP, internship and apprenticeship, and this is properly given. Means this is a creditized scheme. Means you get 2 to 6 credits for this internship and community engagement and so on. And for this, like when you offer this particular, or when you include this thing, you need to have some mechanism. So this mechanism has been also included or shown in the slide, like you have board mechanism or NATS mechanism or PICI, CII, NASCOM, and various other commercial organizations or insurance companies. They are part of it. and the government means you have MOUs with industry associations and so on. So this tells you that how you really go about internship and apprenticeship, and the NEP is connected with improving this particular thing like employability and the importance of skill. Next. Next.
सर नेक्स्ट करू
हा त्याच्या पुढचे. So next slide tells you about the Vikasit Bharat initiative by 2047. Government of India has identified 9 key themes, and in that employability and skilling is one of the important themes. So this is thing that we must understand, that out of 9 themes, the skilling is very important for Vikasit Bharat. Next. So next slide tells you about how people are can say employed. Like here you find that freshers, 30% freshers are employed. So this gives you idea about, even if you are fresher, even if you do not have any experience, the extent of employment is 30%. So this is, can say, more than like 6 to 10%, 10 years experience, 24% hiring, whereas freshers are hired to the extent of 30%. Candidate 1 to 5 years experience, where they are hiring in IT sector, 31%, hiring in engineering and manufacturing, 30%, and overall hiring is 28%. So these numbers give you idea about where our students are hired. Like fresher graduates are can say hired in BFSI sector, it is banking, insurance, and so on. So that's why banking, finance, insurance, this is very important sector, and that's why I was referring to the FICI, CII, and other insurance companies, that we have MOU with these can say associations dealing with banking or insurance and other things. So this BFSI sector may be connected with arts and commerce. So this we have to understand, that fresher graduates are absorbed in this BFSI sector to the extent of 40%. So if it is 40% for fresh graduates, so we must prepare them, can say our students uh, in so if you talk about BFSI, you'll find that in the exit skill modules or vocational subjects, I have already listed banking, financial services, and insurance. So this is included in that list. Insurance, capital market, mutual fund, this is included in that list. So you'll find that these exit models, or can say one who is leaving the college, these colleges, the skill courses are included in the list, and preparation has been done, means whether it is government of India or state colleges, state governments, you'll find that the skill councils have already identified syllabus and the preparation of offering courses, then assessment mechanism, and then creditization, including if you do a course in that, what is the appropriate credit and how do you really account for that course in our final mark sheet. So this process has been done. So that we have to understand, that if fresher graduates are hired to the extent of 40% in BFSI sector, so arts and commerce graduates must have these particular courses being undertaken in the institute or with a MOU arrangement with other, I can say, companies or associations. So this is mandatory. So this I can say you must understand how really things go about and how things are of, I can say, higher. Next slide will give you idea about how this. Next slide will give you idea about science graduates and commerce graduates. You can look at it. The numbers will tell you that BSc is 51% higher, BCom is little lower, BA is still lower. So this, whether it is BSc or BCom or BA, if you want to change that percentage and improve that employability, main thrust is skill education. So I have given these numbers with that particular idea, that you understand the importance skill education and various facilities available in India. Next slide. So here, key levers for employability enhancement students. So this I can say slide gives you idea about what is the picture as far as skill alignment is concerned, or how do you really enrich the curriculum, how do you really get the practical exposure and industry collaboration. Next slide. So this internship apprenticeship I have already talked about. So, and digital platforms, Swayambind, AICT and other MOOC and platforms are available, and you can learn through that. Next. Next slide. ठीक है ना? So this apprenticeship, my point is basically mechanism has been prepared and we have to really work hard to use this particular framework available for skill education in India. So what is the importance of skill means? I have tried to give you idea about commerce graduate, means if you want to make it employable, what are the courses available in the list and what is the framework or mechanism that I have already given for, let us say, banking. So arts and commerce graduate, they can really go about that. So what about languages? Like so that is very important. So if you go about languages, you'll find that now books are available, which gives you idea about um, Marathi or English, Gujarati, Hindi, graduate. What are the skills available with them? So one statement will definitely will help you to understand the importance of the language in the NEP. That various can say human resources development institutes for in the industry, they need can say language people as a part of training team. So when they develop training team, they include English speaking graduate, or I can say Gujarati speaking graduate or Hindi speaking graduate who are fluent in that particular language and they know better how to really communicate in Gujarati or how to communicate in Marathi and so on and so forth. So if a particular company is based in a particular sector like Chandrapur, a mining industry, so they are located in a tribal sector. So they means one who is there, leading manager and so on and so forth, getting the work done. So he must know what is the local language in Chandrapur. So that's why language matters, and that's why language has very, you can say, important role in the skill education also. So this is the new development this year that you find now books are available in every university. I have seen in BAMU and other universities also you can get that sort of book. Means what is a skill education in Marathi, what is skill education in English and so on. What is the possibility? What is the can say possibility of getting employed with language degree? Like content writing, I have given example of HR in training team for training of the staff, content writing. So these are we are using internet and we find that internet is available in more than 14 languages. So when the commands are available in 14 languages or maybe more than that, it means that in Assamese or Bengali or Hindi, Gujarati. So these words are to be given or provided by uh, some language person. So in the internet also, we find that there is very good opportunity of jobs from the language side. So this particular thing we must understand that we have many skill courses and student really should go for, means you learn languages or arts courses or commerce courses or science courses with a new idea of employability. Similarly, we have nutrition, we have food science, we have food technology. So these courses are also science courses or arts courses. Means art graduates also can really go about nutrition and food technology, food science, and so on. So this part we have to understand it. How do we really include these courses of nutrition and home science and food and so on in our normal colleges? So earlier we used to have home science only for girls students, but it is now open to everybody. Means I have seen one nutrition and food technology college in Pune, wherein girl students and boys are also taking up that particular courses. So you'll find that this nutrition is very important. Then diet for various people, like various diseases or different labeled person, or can say psychic person. So how do you really prepare diet for them? An important can say job. Uh, so different label person, they must take up some time, they must take up some nutrition. So how do you really offer them a tasty food, so that they accept it? With those can psychic patients or different label people, or can say um, various types of people, means with diseases also, how they really get that particular diet to their test and so on. So this is the part of science, or this is a part of skill that you learn in skill courses. So this is another opportunity wherein you go for nutrition and food science, and can apart from along with BA, BSc, BCom, you really get the skill courses in these areas, so that you are employable, or you can start the uh, business or enterprises. I will tell you one story, because now we are closing to 1:34. So I will tell you one story um, about the importance of skill and other things, and how our graduates are really, can say, lacking in these particular things. So the story goes like this. So on January 12th, 2024, we have thought of 12th January 2024, we have thought of starting some food processing unit in a rural setup with some college support. So it's a basically rural college. It's a rural background and farming activity. Basically, it is focused around food processing. Means any material or any food grain that you take up from the farm, and you process it and you sell it. Like bajra is, you can say, sold at 20-30 rupees per kg. But if you prepare some product out of it, that product can be sold at 250 rupees per kg. So from bajra, in the range of 20 to 30 per kg, the product that you produce out of it is 250 rupees per kg. So this is how you enhance the value of it after food processing. So this story will tell you about the importance of skills. The story I'm telling you is a basic story, but you can very well understand why skill is important and how we can incorporate skill education in our colleges. So if our students learn these things through community engagement or maybe field project, or as a skill component, we'll find that things can improve in rural sector, and also with farming activity, or the farmers can say increasing their income, doubling of income and so on. So you can combine with that objective also. So the story goes like this. On 12th January 2024, we have invited 6 farmers from Beed district, and we have invited 6 professors from various disciplines who can help this food processing exercise. So this discussion went on for 2 hours. So the discussion was around, means what do you really produce, and what is the price that you get. So obviously every farmer will complain about that. Means we don't get price for means we are like spending 50,000 and we get hardly 30,000 as an income from the farming activity, and so on and so forth. Like there is a price variation. So this is one story. Means they never can say regain what they spend in the farming community. Similarly, there is a price variation. So these are the can say part of discussion that I'm telling you. So second part was the price variation. Means I'm talking about lemon. So lemon is sold at 20 rupees per kg in some months, and now like in March we are in the end of March, and we'll find that the lemon is sold in the market maybe at 150 rupees or 160 or 180 rupees per kg. So that lemon is in the initial phase of can say harvesting. You will find that it is available at 20 rupees per kg. So there is a the 20 to 160 rupees per kg. It's a variation that I have experienced. In your city, it may be different variation. But if you look at this variation from 20 rupees per kg to 160 rupees per kg, so we have suggested, based on this discussion, our six professors have suggested the farmers that if such is the deviation in the price, let us produce some product which can say enhance its shelf life. Means lemon as such, if you take it, you can use it for a week or something if you keep it in freeze. So its shelf life is hardly 1 week or something. After 1 week is of no use. So can we really can say convert into juice and then some can preservative and increase the shelf life for 3 months or more than 3 months? So what does it really happen? The discussion went on 12 January 2024, which was like you purchase the commodity of lemon at 20 rupees per kg, convert into such a thing which can be sold after 3 months also, or during 3 months also. So at 20 rupees per kg, and you sell that commodity when the lemon is available at 160 rupees per kg. So you get this price advantage. So that was the can say focal point of enterprise that the professors were talking to the farmers from mid district. So point is basically this is the basic idea about which that enterprise was focused on. So this is the story of January. Then my point is to enhance the, or can you make you understand the importance of skill education. So we went on to those farmers to whom we met on 12 January. We talked to them in can say March that year. Then no lemon was available, so we thought that let's go after harvesting. So we went to them in September, then in October, in November. So all these 3 months we were pursuing them to purchase lemon at 20 rupees per kg and convert that lemon into some achar or juice which can be preserved for 3 months. So point is when we were can say pursuing them for such food processing, then we found that we need to give them training. So we have selected some 20 farmers from that particular area, and we have trained them in that particular food processing unit. And then we observed that this training also continued, and then conversion and the starting of enterprise continued. And we found that they require a lot of, I can say, packing. Like they require some training in packing material, selection of material. Then how do you write content writing? Then how do you register? Then how do you prepare a sticker? And how do you make a standardization of, I can say, a procedure so that you get same test? And what are the challenges, or what are the chances of failures in the particular business? What is the market? How do you really go about that market? And then what is online market? How do you really sell a commodity on online market, and so on? And what are the various approvals, and so on and so forth? So all these things required skills in economics, then in food processing, in market surveys, then in can say can say financial proposals, banking, and so on and so forth. So my point is basically when we learn this skill education, we must include these particular courses of economics, market service, digital platform, food processing, and so on and so forth in our curriculum, so that when a startup is required, they can really understand the importance of that and start their uh, product or sell their product in the market. So this is the practical experience that one who has really completed one particular course, art, science, commerce, anything. So they are not aware of what are these things which are connected with the business proposal. So that's why these skill courses are very important, and you'll find that if you really go into details of that, various institutions, national level institutions are available around you, maybe in Pune, Hyderabad, or Delhi and Ahmedabad. But these institutions have been established. I mean, you talk of millet, you talk of nutrition, you talk of food technology or packing material, you'll find that, or textile design, you'll find that there are various national institutes offering these skill courses, which are essential component of uh, the product that you produce out of local commodities. So that's why whatever skill courses I have talked about during presentation, you'll find that for each one, an institution is available, and many courses are available on can say through digital platforms also. So next slide. Next we'll
So
come to an end. So this arrangement about can say stipend that you receive and so on. So arrangements are made, but how do you really prepare them for this particular thing is very important. So next.
the next go.
Next. So these are various arrangements of apprenticeship and NETS portal. We'll come to an end. शेवटी गया था बस.
You do, sir. Okay.
बस. So this community engagement field project, this will enhance the understanding of our graduate. So that's why this has been included. How do you really go about it is a thing that the colleges will be facing, but arrangements are required to be made so that people, our students, go to field, understand what is the difficulty faced by the communities, and how do you really attempt to provide solutions to that. So this is a new thing that colleges will have to do it, but this community engagement and field projects, because our graduates will be working in these communities. So how do you really can say make aware of the hardships and the how communities live, how the things they face and so on, or what are the facilities available in the communities and all that. So this is required to be exposed to the graduating students. So that's why this community engagement and field project has been included in NEP. But this is the difficult part that we have to really face, and we have to make arrangement of our students going to communities and doing some field projects, finding out solutions for the difficulty that they encounter during their service. Next slide. So this I have already talked about MOOC platform and digital platforms available. Next. So these are the various facilities for I can say learning through digital platforms. Next. Thank you. So we here will conclude for skill education. I have not shown you any videos. If you have that video of Bharati Thakur or JSS, you can show that. We have some 5 minutes or 6 minutes. You can show one video if it is available with you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Bharati Thakur or Jana Shikshan Sansthan. Bharati Thakur is 5 minutes probably, and another one JSS is 3 to 5 minutes. You can show both the videos.
सर व्हिडिओ दिसतोय?
हा गौरव.
हा ठीक आहे, बरोबर आहे, दाखवा. दिस इज अबाउट नर्मदा लेक.
गौरव वॉइस नहीं आ रहा, फिर से स्टार्ट कर.
हाँ एक मिनट.
नमस्कार, मी भारती ठाकूर. शूलपाणीच्या झाडीत असलेल्या सेमलेट या गावी आम्ही सध्या आलेलो आहोत. काल रात्री इथे मुक्काम केला आणि आज भादलला निघालो आहोत. सेमलेटपर्यंत 4 चाकी गाडी येते, त्यामुळे काही प्रश्न नव्हता. पण भादलला मात्र बाईकवरनं जायला लागणार आहे. गेल्या 10 वर्षात बाईकवर बसले नव्हते. थोडीशी भीती वाटते, पण बघूया, नर्मदा माई आहे, ती घेईल काळजी. नर्मदे हर. ऊन खूप आहे, त्याच्यामुळे सनकोट आणि टोपी तर घालावीच लागणार आहे.
शिक्षा का सूरज है निकला, हो रहा है अब उजाला, आंखें खोलो.
हमको भी है लिखना पढ़ना, हमको भी है आगे बढ़ना, तुम भी बोलो.
शिक्षा का सूरज है निकला, हो रहा है अब उजाला, आंखें खोलो. हमको भी है लिखना पढ़ना, हमको भी है आगे बढ़ना, तुम भी बोलो. जो नहीं पढ़ सकता उसके सामने जैसे अंधेरा है,
जो नहीं पढ़ सकता उसको एक मजबूरी ने घेरा है.
कितनी ही मजबूरियां शिक्षा मिटा देगी.
उन्नति के रास्ते शिक्षा दिखा देगी.
उम्र चाहे जो भी हो,
मैं कहूँ और तुम कहो,
कभी भी
कहीं भी
कभी भी कहीं भी हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. मरे पा मा बनी धनी पा,
मा बनी धनी पा मा बनी,
सारे मा गा मा गा मा,
सारे पा मा बनी.
रे मा गा नी नी सा नी. जिंदगी की गाड़ी के 2 पहिए हैं, ये पुरुष और नारी.
इनमें से हो एक भी अनपढ़ तो ये कठिनाई है भारी.
नारी पढ़ लेगी तो अपने बच्चों को भी वो पढ़ाएगी.
अपने जीवन को भी नारी हर तरफ बेहतर बनाएगी.
उम्र चाहे जो भी हो,
मैं कहूँ और तुम कहो,
कभी भी
कहीं भी
कभी भी कहीं भी हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. शिक्षा का सूरज है निकला, हो रहा है अब उजाला, आंखें खोलो. हमको भी है लिखना पढ़ना, हमको भी है आगे बढ़ना, तुम भी बोलो. कभी भी
कहीं भी
कभी भी कभी भी
कहीं भी
कभी भी
गौरव नेक्स्ट वीडियो है?
नहीं सर, एक ही हो रहा है सर।
एक वीडियो
जेएसएस का होगा ना?
अमोल को पूछो, अमोल को रोक।
सर दूसरा कौन वीडियो डाला है सर?
क्या? हॅलो,
हाँ सर।
नाही जनशिक्षण संस्थांचा असेल बा व्हिडिओ. ठीक आहे.
हा सर, लावते
जातील का? बर.
हा, भेटला सर, व्हिडिओ भेटला तर लावते.
काही जण रिॲक्शन इंटरॅक्शन करतील का? काही जणांना तुम्ही सजेस्ट
सर,
करा.
yes sir, yes sir.
दोन-तीन
Participant,
जण
if there are any questions, you can ask. You can unmute yourself. We have given the permission. सभी participant अपने कैमरा ओपन करें. सभी participant, all participant are requested to open their cameras. आप इंटरेक्शन कर सकते हो. You can interact with the resource person.
or
If you
you
have
can
any
even
query,
share your experience also.
you can share your experience also. Participants are requested, if there are any questions, queries, or if they want to share their experience, they can unmute yourself. We have given you the permission to unmute. सभी लोग अभी अनम्यूट कर सकते हो. माइक अनम्यूट करने की परमिशन आपको दी गई. Any skill development course in your institute, any initiative you have taken before NEP 2020 in your institute, you can share your experience with our respected resource person. If anything has been implemented in your institute, add-on courses, career orientation programs, any additional courses you run, you can share your experience, or if there are any queries with the resource person, you can have an interaction by the time we can share the video. Gaurav, the video is available with you now?
सर एक मिनट सर, एक वीडियो करता हूँ शेयर में.
Okay.
As our planet grapples with environmental challenges, water scarcity has emerged as a pivotal issue, one that we need to address urgently. At the
Gaurav, share the screen.
problem is the practice of water recycling and groundwater replenishment.
Water recycling is the process of capturing wastewater from sources like homes, factories, and storm runoff, treating it, and then reusing it for purposes such as irrigation, industrial processes, and groundwater replenishment.
नहीं,
This
आना ही
approach
आना
not only
दो मिनट
conserves
दो
our
मिनट
precious water resources,
ठीक
strain
है.
on resources.
हरियाणा ने आप लोग मत सांगा हो काय काय वाटलं त्यांना आपके ये सारी कोर्स के दरमियान जो भी आपका अभिमत बना है उसको आप जरा शेयर कर सकते हैं. कुछ भी आप बोल सकते हैं, प्रश्न ही पूछना चाहिए ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन व्हाट एवर यू थिंक अबाउट इट. ये जो जब सब सारा एक्सरसाइज चल रहा है, नए नए विषय आ रहे हैं, तो इस संबंध में आपको आपकी जो भी सोच है या आपने कुछ करके दिखाया है वो भी आप बता सकते हैं इसमें.
Yes, yes, Shraddha ma'am, you want to ask something? Ganesh Patwade sir, you have unmute yourself. Participants are requested to have an interaction.
Hello, sir. Sir, our college has started 20 short-term courses in affiliation with the lifelong learning department of the North Maharashtra University. Like our commerce department has started a short-term course for the skill development. The first one on data analytics and second one was on the employability and employability skill enhancement and entrepreneurship. So we are getting a good results means from different departments. In total, we have started 20 short-term courses of 3 months each.
बढ़िया है. और भी बता सकते हैं.
Any queries of the participant? आपकी कोई query है regarding this skill education? You can ask to the resource person.
काही जणांचे व्हिडिओ काही जणांचे नाही दिसते.
सर हे जीडीपी हिस्ट्रीचा एक व्हिडिओ आहे, टॉप 10-20 कंट्री जीडीपी हिस्ट्री प्रोजेक्शन.
हा तो दाखवा.
हा.
ऐकलं नाही काय?
सर ते फक्त ऑडिओ आहे सर, ते टॉप 10
बघा सोडून ते ठीक आहे सोडून. कोणी काही म्हणणार नसेल तर मग आपण कन्क्लूड करू.
येस येस. अमोल, आपण एक व्हॅलिडिटरीचा बॅनर लावू सर, त्याच्यानंतर कन्क्लूड करू.
हो लावा.
Gaurav, you can display the banner of the valedictory session. Banner.
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे,
गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माय बोलीचे माहेर,
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर, संत महंतांचे विरागी, गीत आमुचे वादळाचे, इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला,
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा किरलेला,
सोन पहाट उदयाचे, गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे, इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा, शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला, समतेचा संगराचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला. विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे, जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
Thank you, Gaurav. You can stop the banner. So, on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, I welcome today's chief guest for this valedictory function, Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir, to this last session of this NEP Orientation and Sensitization Program, 22nd NEP Orientation and Sensitization Program, organized by this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. The journey for this NEP Orientation and Sensitization course, we have started on 17th March. And on the same day, Dr. Prashant Vithal Sate from Behin, Maharashtra College of Commerce, he delivered a inaugural address. And later on the same day, Dr. Anurag Deshpande, who is a project coordinator, Jagadguru Shri Devnath Institute of Vedic Science and Research, Nagpur, he delivered a talk on IKS. On the second day, Dr. Mukund Kulkarni sir, who is Director, Expert Global Solution, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, he delivered his expertise and talk. And on the third day of this course, Mrs. Anita Sharma ma'am, she delivered a talk on student diversity and inclusiveness. She is principal of SD Public School, New Delhi. On the fourth day, Dr. Preetam Shemolkar ma'am, she delivered a talk on NEP and skill education, and also she is associated with Department of Mechanical Engineering, College of Engineering, COIP Pune. On Friday, 21st, Mr. Mahesh Dabak sir, who is a member of NEP Streaming Committee, Maharashtra State, he delivered a talk. And on Monday, Dr. Ramesh Pandav sir, former professor, MIT College, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, he delivered a talk on NEP 2020. And day before yesterday, we had a lecture of Dr. Anil Prabhakar Kulkarni, who is former principal, HV Desai College of Pune. He delivered a talk. And today we had an expertise of Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir in this valedictory session. So I hope that all of you have taken something in your bags and you will deliver this of NEP 2020 to your colleague, to your friends, and to your society. So, not taking much time, I would now request Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir to deliver a valedictory address to all of us. Over to you, sir.
Dear delegates and participants, as during our lecture also, I was telling you that you need some preparation. And I have shared you one story. I will show you the product of that particular thing. So this is the product that we produced. We started discussion on 12th January 2024, and this product has just now came in the market in the month of March. So whatever you see, let me size of this bottle, and this particular thing, it's a mark of a vegetable product, and whatever information that you see here, this is nutrient information. Then here you have, you can say, selling price and the contact number and so on and so forth, customer care and FSI certificate. And so this particular product required something like 9 months to really get started with, and last 3 months, means last 3 or 4 months, we required for this particular bottle, this particular whatever information you write here, and the FSSI contain nutrients and so on. So this required another 3-4 months. So what I suggest is, if you do all these things during college days, means we have school dropouts, the women who did not really join school education or completed anything like that. So we have tried this particular product with that sort of women group from a very remote place in Bid district. So if you have this formal course of what is the material of content, what is packaging, what is the nutrient information, what does really communicate information to the customer, and how you can attract customer, and so on and so forth. So if you include these particular things, in your skill courses, you'll find that you can develop startups in rural areas. So my point is basically with the complaint about, I can say, students not attending college in rural sector. So with reference to that, I'm telling you, if you make your courses, I can say, vibrant, if you make your courses leading towards sustainable livelihood, so you'll find that in that small village. So this product that I'm showing you, this comes from a very small village. Its population is hardly, I can say, 2,000, and it's in remote area. I mean, it's not easily connected with district, but you'll find that they are producing this particular thing, and they will be selling this commodity to the extent of 4 quintal, 400 kg, 400 kg the commodity of lemon getting converted into some useful product. So this tells you the requirement of necessity of I can say skill courses. So if you have this this particular product has come, like as I already mentioned, with I can say inputs from 6 institutes. It's a Food and Nutrition Institute, or Chemical Technology Institute, or Commerce and Science, and so on. So various institutes are involved in it. So this is happening. This whole story is happening in the institute, and they are helping a farmer to a group of farmers to produce something, and the product is sold in the market. There are people in Pune also who are helping this particular thing to happen. So my point is, this NEP is helping the students in all sectors, particularly when I said accessibility, affordability, quality of education, and equity, and so on and so forth. My point is, you can make the education very meaningful. You can make like the Bhati Thakur has mentioned about जीवन शिक्षा से आत्मनिर्भरता की तरफ. ये जो जर्नी है, ये जर्नी कहीं भी अपने कॉलेज के कैंपस में हो सकता है. You need some preparations when we talk about like ABC, or can say multidisciplinary education or transdisciplinary education, and so for everything you need to really work it out. Like for skill courses, you need to work out. So that's why on 24th of January 2025, this year, we have can say conducted a program in Mumbai University. So what was that? So when we talk about community engagement and field project, what does it really mean? So we have invited 12 NGOs from Maharashtra to deliver, can say, on various community projects, various community, can say, aspects of their work. So what are the problems that they think that are present and need to be addressed in Maharashtra? So these 12 NGOs have delivered their presentation with reference to problems faced by rural communities, or can say women, and so on and so forth, or boys from tribal sector, rural youth. So such 12 presentations can say were presented with lot of determination. All these NGOs were working in the area for more than 25 years. So these 12 NGOs have given a lot of research projects also. So they have, can say, provided inputs to the colleges in art, science, and commerce, and also in engineering, that how they really conduct research in social sciences. So with reference to social sciences, this particular experiment, or can say sort of seminar, sort of workshop was conducted on 24th January of this year in Mumbai University. So this has provided community engagement also. Means the colleges participating from Mumbai area, they have now entered into MOU with these 12 NGOs who are present in Vidarbha or Western Maharashtra, Marathwada, or Konkan region. So from all the sectors, these 12 NGOs have participated in that, and they have offered, can say, stays and can say how really field project can be conducted with these NGOs by the colleges. So this is how, when we are trying to give meaning to NEP components, when we are describing various pillars, characteristics, sectors, we have to really work it out. Like I said, skill education. Similarly, for I can say um, community engagement and social internship and so on. So for everything, you need to work it out. So simply I can say reading from that NEP document and only discussing will not help you. Even for any ABC, as I said, we had an experience at Nanded that we sent our students to Pune and Mumbai. Then after completing their course, how do you really creditize that particular course in our mark sheet? It's an experiment that one has to do. So when you say you are a science graduate and you are attending a music class, you are art student and you are attending a mathematics class, so this arrangement is really required to be worked out. How do you really offer a mathematics course to arts graduates, those who are learning social sciences, political sciences, then Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati and so on? How they really understand mathematics? It's an experiment that is required to be done. So you experiment it, you appreciate it, how really things go on. So to art students, teach mathematics or Vedic mathematics or any other mathematics. Similarly, for engineering graduates, you teach music or dramatic courses and so on. So this thing of really experimenting with other disciplines, experimenting with multidisciplinary means you have a, like I can tell you a story of one manufacturing process. During COVID, our manufacturer uh, was producing ventilator. So ventilator is manufactured by mechanical person. So mechanical person will manufacture it and will have assembly of various components. But the mechanical person needs to explain that ventilator to medicine student or doctor. So how do you really explain that particular product to medical students? It's a thing that is required to be experienced. So mechanical engineer explaining the product to doctors is an experience. So doctors will tell their requirement to mechanical engineer so that he then include or make can say provision for their demand in that product. When it comes to selling or marketing and so on, so it comes to can say a commerce graduate. Commerce graduate then has to understand what that product means, how does it really serve, and then if it is investment planning, then he has to make it a feasibility report, explain that product, its importance, and so on and so forth, with projected demand to the investor and ask them to invest in that particular project. So it is feasibility for commerce graduate, it is can say medicine for medical students, it's manufacturing for mechanical engineering. Similarly for marketing and other guys, these things are can say part of that one project.
देवाजवळ जाणार तुला म्हणजे पाहिजे समजतील का नाही तू
So that's why when you talk about interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary, you need to experiment with it. So whatever it is like community engagement or startup or making it livelihood, making more students employable. So it is not rural or urban, or if it is like, that's why Bharati Thakur's story is very interesting. And the video that you have seen, there are many videos. Whatever thing that we have talked about in our course, in our entire course also, and in my lecture also, you'll find that like ICAS is a small component for maybe 2 credits, but since 2-3 years there is a lot of can say confusion, and people started talking about what we are required to teach and so on. And you'll find that last 1 year, you have heard Dr. Preetham, and you'll find that last 1 year many books have been produced in IKS, and there are many books available. If you go to Sangam Talks, or if you go to Dr. Kapoor, who is explaining, he's from a very big institute and he's explaining what is IKS. And there are many professors available now whose videos are available in the internet. So you'll find that IKS is also very aptly explained. Means it's a very small component, maybe of 2 credits in the entire curriculum, we can say suggested by NEP. But that IKS component is also explained very nicely through various videos. So that's why when you start working on it, then only you get the idea of each component, maybe skill or ability enhancement courses. How do you really talk of languages? How do you really talk about skill and languages, and so on and so forth? For all these things, I'll tell you that books are available, and my suggestion is, when you really I have gone through the list, and I find that many people from various states and of various disciplines. Last lecture, I saw a doctor attending this particular course. So it's a very interesting thing that people from different disciplines try to attend this particular course and try to learn what is that NEP. And let us hope that this NEP is useful to masses, and let us offer equitable chances to all the people from different sectors, particularly when I say rural sector. I wish that the product that I have shown you and the story that I told you about 14 months. So let these colleges and other institutes help the masses to really produce something, like let the farmers double their income, let the flow of money flow from Pune, Mumbai to a small village in big district, and let them be rich by selling their commodities. So that's why I suggest that these educational institutes must help these rural masses to improve their livelihood, and that is the purpose of education. So with this hope, I will conclude, and I wish you all the best in contributing to various components of NEP. Thank you. With best wishes.
Thank you, sir. So our special thanks to respected Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir for being here, sparing his valuable time and concluding this NEP orientation sensitization course through his valuable insight and input to all of us. So with the permission of our respected resource person, I declare that this NEP valedictory is over. And before concluding, I would request all the persons to stand up for national anthem, and I would request Gaurav to play the national anthem. सभी लोग राष्ट्रगीत के लिए खड़े रहे.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Would now request Gaurav to end this cloud meeting.